Adventures in Murfreesboro is produced in cooperation with Murfreesboro City Schools.
When you're with Murphy in the Burrow, it's one big adventure after another. When you're with Murphy in the Burrow, you can count on a whole lot of fun. Murph has lots of special friends you never know who'll be dropping in. Come see what they're gonna tell us. See what they're gonna do. It could be artists with easels, builders with tools, inventors, creators, or kids from our school. Someone sharing story time, friends making music, or making words rhyme, having a good time. When you're with Murphy in the Burrow, it's one big adventure after another. When you're with Murphy in the Burrow, you can count on a whole lot of fun. You can count on a whole lot of fun.
Oh, hey guys, I'm just reading about today's show. It says next month is the 50th anniversary of the Super Bowl. Oh, Super Bowl, anniversary of the Super Bowl. Wow, I can't wait to tell John. Now this is something to celebrate. Hey, John! Oh, John! Ooh, ooh.
Hey, Murph, did you call me?
Oh, I sure did. Oh, and I've got some big news to share.
Really? What is it?
Next month is the 50th anniversary of the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl?
Yeah, it says so right here. Read it. 50th anniversary of the Super Bowl.
That is so strange.
Strange and wonderful. And now we have something to really celebrate here in the middle of winter.
But the Super Bowl? Murph, where did you get this?
It was just laying here when I got here this morning. Now, an anniversary is kind of like a birthday, right? So I guess we can have a 50th birthday party for all the Super Bowls in the world.
Murph, you're really excited about this.
Oh, I am, John. I love my Super Bowl. Props! I love my Super Bowl. But, I thought that Super Bowls were a whole lot older than 50 years.
Well, they are, Murph,
Well, how can we be sure?
because there's paintings and old pictures that show Super Bowls from a long time ago. And you know what? I know who we can ask.
Oh, me too.
Googlet!
Bonjour, Googlet. How are you today? Bonjour, mes amis. Oh, how can I help you today? Well, we are wondering if there are some famous old paintings with bowls, especially Super Bowls in them. But of course, my little lapine friend. Here, take a look at these. First, we have the great painter Renoir and his famous Fruits of the Midi. It is Impressionism painting. Then we have the great Dali artist and his painting called Still Life, and this is a form of Cubism. And last but not the least, we have Cézanne, Still Life with chest, and it's post-impressionistic. That means after. Will that do for you, my friend? Thanks, Googlet. That was
thanks,
awesome.
Googlet.
Wow, you were right, John. That's got to be a first. Super Bowls are much older than 50 years. So why are we just celebrating 50 years of Super Bowls?
I don't know, Murph. It's kind of strange. I've never heard of an anniversary celebration for a Super Bowl. Now, the 50th anniversary, you said it was the 50th anniversary.
Right.
50th anniversary?
Yes.
The 50th anniversary, of course. Murph, there's a typo on this.
A typo.
This doesn't mean Super Bowl. They're talking about the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl?
Next month is the 50th anniversary of the Super Bowl. You
Super
see,
Bowl.
they just added an extra P there, and so instead of it being super, it was supper.
Oh, yes. Super Bowl. Oh, is that like a really big Super Bowl? Oh, I get it. A super Super Bowl. A super Super Bowl. A super props. A super Super Bowl. A super, there it is. Thanks, dude. Yeah. Oh, super Super Bowl.
Murph.
What?
The Super Bowl is the final game of the season between the two best professional football teams to see who gets to be the champion.
Oh, I get it. It's funny how one little letter can change the meaning of a word.
You mean like super and supper?
Yeah, right. And I wonder if there are other words like that,
You mean like sofa and soda?
Yeah. Oh, I got one. Soap and soup.
That's a good one. How about check and chick?
Oh, and dart and dirt.
That's right. And run and bun.
Oh, those are all good.
You're right, Murph. Can you think of words that change just by changing one letter?
Oh, John, I guess we don't need my Super Supper Bowl anymore.
You're right, Murph.
Props!
The 50th anniversary of the Super Bowl. Well, that explains today's guest, Murph.
What do you mean that explains today's guest?
Today's guest is a former NFL football player. That's the National Football League.
You mean he's a real NFL player? What's his name?
His name is Kelly Holcomb, and he was a quarterback.
Well, I guess that's better than being Nickelback. Unless you're into music and all, you know.
Oh, Murph. Oh, there's the bell. I better go let him in.
Ooh, an NFL player, a real NFL player. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get a real...
I'm John, and this is Murph, the star of the show.
Oh, hi there. Hi, Mr. Coach Kelly.
Well, John, appreciate it. Murph, what's up?
Oh, hey, dude. I'm pretty excited. You know, I've never met a real hometown boy made good like you before.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I've never met a guy like you either.
I bet not. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Are you ready to answer some questions?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's see. Questions, paper, props time. Where are you, dude? Now, you were a professional football player. Did you play any other sports when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, yeah, I actually played basketball and baseball along with football, so I did.
Can you tell us what does a quarterback do? Because I read you were a quarterback.
Well, there's a lot of things that a quarterback has to do. He has to talk to the media. He has to run the team. He has to call the plays in the huddle. He has to make accurate throws in the pocket.
Oh, yeah.
It's not an easy position. It's the hardest position, I think, in all of sports, but there's a lot of things you have to do as a quarterback.
Yeah, and you see you have to run the team. What's that mean?
Well, you just got to call the play. You got to be a leader to the guys when it's 4th and 1 or when the game's on the line. You have to be the calming voice in the huddle.
Next question. So, can you describe to us the most exciting moment you ever had as a quarterback?
Well, it's always fun winning games, but I won a state championship in high school football when I played at Lincoln County High School, and then when I was here at Middle Tennessee, I won an OVC championship, which is always nice, and then probably the first game I ever started in the National Football League. So there's a couple of games, it's hard to narrow down to one.
Right. Did you have butterflies in your stomach?
Oh, what? Not butterflies, buzzards.
Buzzards?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, that doesn't sound too good. Yeah, they were big suckers, weren't they?
They were big, and sometimes you get butterflies like that. You get buzzards. You're so nervous and you're so anxious because you don't know what the unknown brings, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, next question. What does it mean to be a good sport? What's that mean?
It means playing the game with integrity and, helping guys up when they're on the ground, not being a sore loser, not being bitter about things that happen on the field. You just got to keep going. That's what a good sport means.
Right. And tell us about the teams you played with. Who all did you play with?
Well, I started out with the Indianapolis Colts.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then I went from the Indianapolis Colts to the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
And then I went to Buffalo and played with the Bills where it was really, really cold.
Oh, that's up in New York, isn't it?
It is. And then, yeah, it is. And then I got traded to Philadelphia. Didn't stay too long.
Yeah.
And then I got traded again to Minnesota, and it's really, really frigid in Minnesota.
My goodness. So what do you do now in your spare time?
Well, I'm actually coaching a little bit. I coach over at Riverdale.
Oh, that sounds like fun. The kids are so lucky to have a real former NFL player coach them. Do they get excited and listen?
Listening is a little, it doesn't matter where you come from. Sometimes it's hard for children to listen, but
That's right.
I try.
So, what makes a great player? I mean, besides skill, what else does it take?
I think you got to be mentally tough.
Mentally tough.
Yeah, I think you got to be willing to sacrifice a lot of things. I think you got to be, as a quarterback, you got to be really, really smart. And you got to know what every position on the offensive side of the ball is doing. You have to know how to get yourself protected, but you have to work hard. You always have to have a good work ethic, and I think kids need to know that. You have to do good, not only on the football field or the basketball court or the baseball diamond, you got to do really, really well in the classroom.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
When you go to the NFL, I mean, it's just like going to class. I used to carry a backpack. Our playbook is huge. It's huge. It's like I'm going to study.
Wow.
Every night I have to study, and then every day I have like an exam because you go out on the football field and the coaches expect you to know that. So you have to be prepared. You have to have a good work ethic. and you always have to finish, and you can never quit.
Never quit. Oh, I like that. Was that your motto? Did you have a motto?
I did, yeah, I did. I had a picture of a poem.
Was it? Do you remember?
Every morning when I went to the bathroom and I was washing my face and stuff, my mom had a picture framed, and it was a poem, and the poem was called "Don't Quit."
Oh, what's your favorite line?
I'll go through it. Success is failure turns inside out, the silver tints of the cloud of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It might be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. How's that?
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Appreciate it.
And hats off to your mom. Shout out to your mom.
Absolutely. She did a good job of framing that, and she did a good job of ingraining that in my head, and that was kind of the motto that I live by.
Who in history would you most like to meet?
You know what? I would like to say Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill.
I
Oh,
think that would be pretty cool to meet.
oh yeah.
I would like to meet Jesus.
Oh yeah, Jesus. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome. We're ready for our last 3 questions. Are you
Okay,
ready?
let's do it. I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
always ready.
What was your favorite book when you were a kid?
I think the Swiss Family Robinson. I was always about some adventure, and that was an adventurous family that got cast on an island, and they built their houses up in the trees, and they did all these kind of neat things. So I really enjoyed that book.
Oh, that's a great adventure story. The Swiss Family Robinson. Okay, can anybody grow up to do what you do?
Absolutely. All you got to do, and I told you, you got to work hard.
Work hard.
You got to finish.
Finish.
And you can't quit. Anybody can do it. And I'm from a really, really, really small town, and about 50 miles south of here called Fayetteville, Tennessee. And I promise you, and I talk to kids all the time around this area, if I can do it, I promise you, you can do it. Because I was the smallest guy. I tell guys and girls all the time, if you lined up 50 guys along the back of the wall and you said, who do you think not only would play high school football, would go on and play college football and then the pros, I guarantee you out of the 50, I was the 50th pick.
Oh,
I was so little and so skinny, but I guarantee you that if you do those 3 things, and there's some more things that you have to do, but if you do those things, anybody can do what I did.
Anybody can be a success in their field, right?
Absolutely.
Because that applies to everything.
Absolutely.
Finishing and don't quit and work hard and all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
Tell us something about yourself that would surprise us.
I haven't drank a Coke in probably 15 years. How about that?
No soda in 15
Yeah, no soda. I don't do soda. I drink water.
Water.
Water's my thing.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
so-
like doing anything that's hard on the body, and I just don't do. I don't do things like that. So maybe that's something that people probably don't know. And I don't eat much fast food. I really don't eat fast food at all.
Wow.
Yeah. So I
And
try to
but you
stay healthy.
It sounds like you like the same kind of food I like carrots and
Oh,
celery,
absolutely, absolutely.
broccoli.
Thumbs up. You gotta eat. And kids, you have to eat things like that to grow and grow good.
And be strong.
That's
oh,
right.
That is so great. You have been such an awesome guest. You know what we say around here.
What is that?
You the bunny.
I'm the bunny. Well, I appreciate that. Means a lot coming from
Oh,
you, Murph.
thanks, dude. Thanks for coming. Bye
Thank you for
now.
having me. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Son, soup.
That's the first NFL player I ever met from Tennessee, a hometown boy.
You're right, Murph. It was super awesome.
Oh, and speaking of super, I know some other words that are really cool that start with S.
Really? Like what?
Well, like snow and snacks. Snow is a type of weather, you know that?
I do know that, Murph.
Yeah, and I learned a bit more about weather from some super smart kids at Black Fox Elementary.
Really? That sounds exciting.
Let's check it out.
Barometric pressure is when it's sunny outside and clear, and the opposite is when it's cloudy and you may get a chance of rain.
Fog is a cloud that is close to the ground instead of up in the sky.
A tsunami is made from an earthquake underwater.
There are 4 clouds that I know: stratus, cirrus, cumulonimbus, and cumulus.
If it's 32 degrees or lower and there's water in a cloud, it might have a chance to snow.
Oh, that was super cool, dude.
You're right, Murph. Hey, what was that other S word you were talking about?
Oh, snacks, John, snacks.
Ooh,
Not
snacks.
just any snacks, super snacks.
Well, I think I know just the people to show us how to make a kid-friendly super snack.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I am.
Cooking with Katie and
Clarice.
Yeah.
Hi everyone! Welcome to Cooking with Katie and Clarice. Today we're going to be making some super snacks. First, we're going to start off by making ants on a log. For ants on a log, you're going to need some celery sticks, and some peanut butter, and some raisins.
You know, Clarice, I've heard some people use chocolate chips instead of raisins.
Oh, really? Well, let me just hold these for you over here. Okay. Yeah. All right. So to begin, you want to get a dollop of this peanut butter here. And be sure to check with your friends to see if they have any peanut butter allergies. And if they do, you can always substitute it with some butter.
All right, Clarice, what do we do next?
Well, our log needs some ants. So we'll use some raisins. That really does look like ants on a log.
I've never wanted to eat ants before, but I do now.
I know, but I kind of want to make one with chocolate chips.
All right, well, let's set this over here first.
Well, what are we gonna make next?
How about not the Yertle turtle?
That sounds really good. So what's our first step?
Well, first we're gonna take an apple and cut it crosswise, but you're gonna wanna have an adult cut the apple for you. Next, we're gonna take a toothpick and break it in half. We're gonna use these to make the legs and arms.
Okay.
So you're gonna break another one. All right, next you're gonna take each toothpick and stick it in where the arms and legs should go.
Okay.
Stick those into the apple.
Okay. There's one. So what are these used for, Katie?
Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put grapes on them, and they're gonna make the arms and legs.
Oh, okay. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, he looks good already.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay.
Next, we're gonna add the grapes onto the toothpicks.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We're missing a grape.
I think you ate it.
Nowhere. Nowhere.
4.
Well, thank you. All right. So we're gonna start by putting some legs on him. Let's see, 2, 3. Wait. Where's not Yertle the turtle's last leg?
You ate another one?
I did not. I swear.
Well, here you go. Here's another one.
Oh, okay. All right. So I think not Yertle the turtle needs a head.
You're right. The next step is to take another toothpick and stick it in where the head should go.
Okay.
Don't forget to add a grape.
Okay.
All right, not Yertle the turtle needs some eyes. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a toothpick and you're
Okay.
gonna poke holes where his eyes need to be.
Okay. Eye number 1. I think that's gonna be a big enough hole. And then eye number 2. All right.
Next, we're going to take one raisin and cut it in half,
Okay.
and that is gonna be used for the eyes.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. There's our 2 halves.
And you're gonna stuff it in the holes
Okay. Here we go.
to make the eyes.
Eye number 1 and eye number 2. Not Yertle the turtle finally has some eyes. So now can we eat it?
No, not Yertle the turtle. He's like family, he's so cute.
Okay, well, what else can we make?
I'm just gonna set him over here to keep him safe.
What can we make next? I have an idea. How about we make the greener wiener dog?
Oh, that sounds great. How do you make that?
Well, you're gonna need just basically the same sort of stuff we used before. So a celery stick
All right.
and some cheese spread.
Ooh.
That's new. And the same grapes and toothpicks that we used for the turtle.
All right, Clarice, what are we gonna do first?
For the greener wiener dog, first you're gonna try to add the legs like we did for the other one. So you're gonna take the toothpick and put it all the way through the very front and the very back of the celery stick.
All right. Just like this?
Yep, just like that. Good job. All right, your next step is gonna be to spread the cheese. Oh, this is very clunky.
Mm-hmm. It's not nearly as smooth as the peanut butter. Still looks really good though.
I know. And now you wanna add your arms and legs. So that means just put on grapes like we did before.
All right, hopefully this time you won't eat all the grapes first.
I didn't eat all the grapes, I swear. I'm falsely accused. Oh, it's looking so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I wish I had a wiener dog.
I know.
Of course, he wouldn't look like this.
Yeah, probably not. All right. For your final step, you're gonna take half a toothpick like we did before and put it in the very front of your celery stick to support the head. So you're gonna break one off, just like that.
Okay.
Now we're ready for the final part. Put the grape on.
All right.
Oh, look at our wiener dog. Isn't it so precious?
So cute.
Let's eat it.
No, he's too cute. Look at him. He's going over here with the turtle.
Oh. But there must be something we can make that's not too cute to eat.
How about fishy fun wraps?
Ooh, that sounds official.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first we're gonna need some bread
Okay.
for the wrap, some cream cheese, and some tuna.
Okay, seems simple enough. What's our first step?
Well, first, you're gonna cut the crust off of the bread.
This is harder than it looks. Here we go.
Now, it's okay if you leave a little bit of crust. The key here is to make sure we have as much bread as possible.
Okay. Well, I'm almost done here. All right, crust. Okay, can I just eat a crust of bread now?
No, we're almost done.
Okay.
All right, now here's the really fun part.
Okay.
You're gonna take this rolling pin and flatten it out.
Okay, like it's cookie dough. Let's do it sideways too. All right, so we have our pancake bread. Here we go. Does that look good to you?
All right, the next step is to take a bowl and put a dollop of the cream cheese and a dollop of the tuna and mix it.
All right. Okay, now we're gonna take some of the tuna, I guess. And I guess just,
all you have to do is mix it.
oh, okay. Oh, I'm so close to being done.
Now you're gonna take what you've made and put it onto the bread.
Okay, I'll start with just a little bit here. Okay, spread it on like a PB&J. All right. Cheesy tuna sandwich, here we go. Does it need a little bit more?
I think so.
Okay. Get
We want it really thick to make it into a wrap.
This is gonna be so good.
Now all you have to do is roll it up.
Okay, here we go. My burrito-ish, sandwich-ish.
All right, now all you have left to do is cut it in half so we can share it.
Yes, I'm
And
so
finally
excited.
eat our fishy fun wrap.
Fishy fun wraps, yes. Okay, here. I gave you the biggest one.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
you're welcome. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is so
Oh,
good.
it's so good.
Can we make another?
Yeah, and while you make another, I am going to show everyone our Super Bowl snacks that we made today.
And now you can make them yourself at home.
And thanks for watching
Cooking with Katie
and Clarice.
Bye,
Bye,
Murph. We love you, Murph.
Snake. Sleep. Snowman.
That was yummy and fun.
Oh, it was super duper.
Wow.
I know one more super S word.
You do, Murph? What is it?
Story.
Oh, that's a good word. In fact, that's a super S word.
Yeah,
Let's all sit back and listen.
good idea.
Stone Soup, a village folktale. Once upon a time, there was a very hungry and tricksy fox. He walked into a sleepy little village and knocked on the door of one of the houses. A sweet little old lady answered the door. "Dear me, how do you do, Mr. Fox?" "I'm doing well," the fox replied, "but I've been on a long journey and I wondered if you might spare a little something to eat." The old lady sighed. "I'm sorry, Mr. Fox, but we are very poor and have almost nothing to eat. Just a little bit of meat. And all our neighbors are the same, for it has been a hard year in the village with little rain to grow food." "Well, don't you worry, my dear lady," the fox said. "I have just what you need right here in my pocket." And having said that, The fox reached into his pocket and pulled out a stone. It was a small, shiny stone. "But that is just a stone," the old lady said in surprise. The fox smiled at her. "Ah, but this is not just any stone. This is a magic stone." "Indeed," said the old lady. "What does it do?" The fox glanced around. "Is that a big soup pot I see? Let's take it outside and gather your neighbors around." So the fox and the old lady took the pot outside and built a big, strong fire underneath. Soon, all the neighbors had gathered around to watch. Everyone was whispering about the magic stone. Then the fox said, "Now let's bring some water from the stream and fill our pot." And they did. He said to the people gathered around, "Ladies and gentlemen, children of all sizes, today you are about to witness something quite magical. This small stone will create a fragrant and delicious soup for us all." The crowd oohed and ahed. And then, with a great flourish and much waving of his arms, the fox took the stone and dropped it into the pot of water. The fox asked for a large ladle to stir the soup. He stirred and stirred. Just as the water started to boil, he took a small sip. "You know," he said, "this soup is so good, but it would be even better if there were just a bit of meat in it." The old woman was just as excited as her neighbors. "Why, we can put our bit of meat in," she said. "There's not much, though." The fox smiled. "An excellent suggestion, dear lady." So the old woman added the small bit of meat she had saved. Soon the fox was stirring and tasting again. He smacked his lips. "You know, this is so delicious, but it could use just a touch more flavor. Does anyone have an idea?" "Well, an onion is always good in soup," someone said. "Yes, an onion would be just the thing," answered the fox. "I have one you could have," a farmer offered. "It's the last of the ones we grew." So the onion was added. After the fox stirred and tasted again, he said the soup needed just a bit more color. So one of the neighbors brought 3 carrots and added them to the pot. Then someone else brought a few potatoes, because the fox thought the soup needed body. Soon, the delicious smells from the pot were filling the village. People's mouths began to water and their stomachs began to growl. The villagers brought even more things to add to the soup: celery, salt, pepper, and even a bright red tomato. After one last tasting, the fox announced that the magical stone soup was ready. People lined up with their bowls and spoons ready to eat. Folks were amazed at how wonderful the stone soup was. The fox smacked his lips as he finished his bowl. Then, bowing low to the little old lady, he thanked her for her help with the soup and said goodbye. As he was walking away, the little old lady called after him frantically, "Mr. Fox! Oh, Mr. Fox! Why, you've forgotten your magic stone!" The fox smiled. "You keep it, my dear," he answered. And as the old lady watched, the tricksy fox leaned down, picked up something off the road, and stuck it in his pocket. What do you think it was? The end.
Oh, that was a super story.
You're right, Murph. In fact, we've had a super show today.
I got to meet a real professional football player. Thank you so much, Mr. Kelly Holcomb. It was generous of you to come and share time with us.
It was.
Thanks, dude.
And you learned what a Super Bowl is.
Yeah, we can all be super on the inside by being mentally tough and by being a good sport.
That's right, and by sharing.
And by supporting each other.
You know, it was super to learn all those cool weather facts from the kids at Black Fox.
Plus, we watched Katie and Clarice make a super snack. Yum, 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 yum.
Murph, you did more than watch. You did a lot of tasting.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, that's a very important role.
That is true.
Oh, be super on the inside until we see you again. Remember to...
Dream big.
And work hard. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We love you. We love you here in the Burrow. Remember to dream big and work hard. Yeah, and all that good stuff. Okay, it's a wrap. I'm out.